Welcome, humans. How's it going? And I just don't know where to begin. I guess it's just get it out the way. We got to watch Elio. Finally sat down with it. I actually had to think because this was such a different, just so not good. Oh man, it's so sad. Before I get into it, I was actually one of the few people waiting for this movie. I remember seeing the trailer, 2, 3 years ago? Maybe 4 years ago. It's been so long. And then hearing that they had screenings and redoings and rehashing, rewriting. They even had to replace the director in one of the points. You name it. Everything that went wrong for this movie. It's finally done. I finally got to watch it after I forgot about it. And it's still pretty bad. And I was really hoping that was just the word of mouth. You know how people love to say, haha, movie's bad because it's bad, lol. No, this movie was pretty bad. So if you just want to know the verdict, 2 out of 10, background movie, that's about it. It's only good for the kiddos because the way this movie is written, it feels like it was just for the kiddos and not anybody else. So let's get to it. Following the movie of Elio, we follow, well, Elio. And TODR, it's about him. How he's hurt, he's traumatized, his family is gone. All he has left is his aunt, which she's trying her hardest to be a good mom. She's trying to do her best to take care of him and bring him back to a normal life, if you will, or to what she can do. And Elio, if I'm gonna be honest, he just does everything wrong. Doesn't really care to. He's so hurt from what he's gone through. He thinks nothing matters. He thinks he's alone. He believes he needs to be away from Earth at this point because he gets into the Army space station program and he finds one of the Voyagers and just relates to the satellite. So yeah, interesting, right? But in doing so, he goes super crazy, hyperfixated on aliens. He even actually gets to contact them and gets abducted. And the story really begins where we see him become the quote unquote ambassador of Earth, have his moments with the new aliens, make some friends. The supercomputers were pretty cool. I thought they were funny. I liked them quite a bit. And the main hiccup of the story is he kind of takes the role of becoming the ambassador slash spokesman to help their problem, which is some alien general trying to be part of the Galactic Federation as well. But he's kind of a warlord and it's not about the best fit. And he goes, all right, cool, I'm gonna kill everybody now. So it kind of goes crazy. So Elio does his part to make that little conversation work. He abducts his son. We find out that the general is just having a hard time with his son as well. He's trying to be the best dad. Kind of a little bit in the opposite of how Elio and his aunt is trying to be the best mom that she can for him. So there's a nice little back and forth with that you can see. And through it all, there's some moments that are funny. There's some moments that can feel wholesome, but not in the way that I feel that it should have. I felt for the characters, not Elio. I cared more for the villain. I cared more for the aunt. I cared more for the son. And Elio felt like a blank slate. And if I'm gonna be blunt with you guys, just annoying. He doesn't have any real character. He's just this awkward, dorky little shit. And it sounds mean, but man, they make him annoying. I'm sorry. This is not. I know Omega, he's traumatized. He lost his parents. He's coping. He's trying to be a good boy. But no, man, he was not bearable for me. I was so close to. Like, is the ant gonna take out the chancla? Is there some discipline that's gonna happen? I mean, holy moly. I did some homework. What happened? Because this movie just feels empty and Elio is unbearable. What could be the cause of this? Well, I'll slap some snippets up here on the screen. Elio bombed after Pixar executives allegedly straight-washed the movie. So, whoa, that's kind of a random buzzword to drop on everybody. What does this mean? Well, it means this. Pixar massively changed Elio after the original cut was screened and not a single person raised their hand when they were asked, would you pay to see the movie in a theater? Elio was initially queer-coded character until leadership told him to make him more masculine. Let's sit down for a second. Elio was supposed to be a gay kid. He's a weirdo, he's quirky, and by the way, here's some sketches that you can find online. Yeah, so he's supposed to be this weird kid. Okay, pretty normal these days. He's supposed to be the weird kid that wants to fit in, hang out, he falls in love with another guy. Cool, I guess? But my follow-up is, I dug up a little bit, and apparently Elio was a pseudo autobiography for the original director, Molino, and his experience growing up. Him being a gay kid, him having his crushes, going through his awkwardness, and basically being told that this movie isn't resonating, it's not fitting. People didn't want to see the movie again, as foretold from the screening. It kind of hurt his ego, I would assume, and they had him replaced. Or he left, I don't know, allegedly it's everywhere. And now we come to find out that they replaced some writers, they got new writers, the whole shebang. And now you have a movie that was supposed to be a gay movie. And I don't mean to sound mean, it's just, he was supposed to be gay. He was supposed to have a male interest. It was supposed to be one of those coming of age maybe, or finding himself, which is more of the norm these days. And for him to fit in. But instead they said make him masculine, which can be done right. We know this, everybody knows this. But they choose to make him this awkwardly annoying, unbearable brat that's so brazen that I feel like he just needs a fucking spanking. And I felt bad for the aunt because she's trying to be the best. And Elio just does everything that needs to be done. Does the opposite. Like who are you trying to make this relatable to? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Pixar doesn't do family. They just do movies for, well, they just do movies that are just kid slop, right? That's right. So who cares if people can resonate? You know, remember Bug's Life and Toy Story? You know, the bangers? No. Family relationships, learning how to be a parent? No. We're gonna watch people and their kids and how he wasn't likable. I didn't care for him. I cared more for the warlord and his son and their troubles. Their movie mission. This is just sad. I can say that I feel bad for the director, because to see your project get kind of shit on, getting fired or kicked off, or you quit, and see it just completely gutted. By the way, this is real. You can go to YouTube and probably Instagram and look for the clip. Pixar posted a video saying, if you're gonna be asking for originals, stop asking for originals if you're not gonna watch them. And they basically start blaming the fans. They're blaming the people who watch Disney films. So how are you gonna say, wow, we made this original movie that we quote unquote gutted, changed around, had the director fired, got a new director and crew, yet we're the ones saying, wow, we did our part. Why didn't you watch this piece of shit movie? I'm sorry, but that's not how this works. It makes me sad to see Pixar fall so far from grace, blaming their fans. And in this original movie, which, look, I don't care if he's queer, I don't care if he's gay, LGBT, I don't care. But if one character trait change also destroyed your movie, I'm sorry, that's also a bigger red flag. Because if one thing changed, preferences, identity, and the LGBT sphere, if you had a strong story before, it would be noticed. But it feels very bad, very underwhelming. Elio is just empty as can be, in my opinion, besides him being so quote-unquote masculine. Still a terrible way they did that. Honestly, that just means the movie wasn't strong. You have to call it, this was pretty bad. And to just come up and say it's our fault for not watching it, our fault for not giving them the money. If the product is good, people talk. People are choosing to talk with their wallets, and that's what's happening. There's nothing you can change about that. If you want a good product to sell, you make a good product that people want to buy. A story they want to relate to. A story they want to have a moment with and maybe shed a tear and care for the characters. I cared more for the villains. His son, his aunt. Elio, I could literally care less. And when we had our moment with him, did not shed a tear at all. I really thought, is that it? So yeah, I don't like what Pixar is doing. I don't like what Disney is doing. It's a slap in the face to Pixar fans, 100%. It's just disgusting. And Pixar needs to get better at this. Stop blaming the people, make better content. And to the original director, once again, I feel sorry for you. I wish your project could have been better, but you also have to take a little bit of the blame and make a better story that is more relatable to people. We are at a current cultural shift where LGBT is not a fan favorite anymore. We want real stories, humble stories, parents, kids, a story that everybody can relate to. Not this, oh, put this movie on so little Jimmy can turn his brain off for 2 hours. No. We want a good story. And the last movie that I saw that made me feel that in the current day is Wild Robot. I loved it. My family loved it. My little sister loved it. Come on, guys. Seriously. Stop blaming your fans. Be better. Cut this shit out. And if you're really gonna rewrite a story, do your part as well. I'm looking at you, Pixar, Disney Studios, and give people who know how to write, who know how to take something and make it better, and write for the general audience, not just kid slop. You could have made this movie a little better. The director maybe could have been on to supervise a little bit. There could have been a middle ground. Maybe I'm being too optimistic as a little robot, but something could have been done. This is honestly disrespectful to the art, to the movie, the director, to people who wanted this to be honestly just a good movie. Shame on you, Pixar. Shame on you, Disney. The director has my condolences. 2 out of 10 movie, F. This movie is just sad. Very disappointing to see Pixar do this and openly say it's our fault. I feel bad for the director again. Please have a good one. And let me know what you guys think. If you guys saw it, if you guys like it, maybe you can change my mind a little bit, but no, it's pretty bad. Yeah, I can't even call it mid. People are saying it's mid. No, you're being too nice. Okay, that's enough. I'm done. Do take care, humans. I'll see you guys.